Hello world, welcome back to the Razor RC. We got another vehicle to review here on the channel. This is the Hosim X25, a 1/8 scale electric 4-wheel drive, ready to run truggy, I guess is what you would call it. There's a little picture of what it looks like. I have not reviewed this brand on the channel. I thought I had before, but I guess not. And so yeah, we're going to take a look at this. Just got released. It is available on Amazon for about $250. I think it's technically $270 with a $20 off coupon. But yeah, if you want to pick one of these up, well, we'll have a link in the description below. You can pick one of those up. It does help support the channel. But of course, do whatever you want. The one weird thing is they call it 8 scale, but this box, you know, has about the size of my 10th scale buggy. So yeah, we'll have to see what the true scale of this thing is. But yeah, let's take a look inside and see what we get. All right, we got everything out of the box, and here's what it looks like. Little truggy. So feels like there's foams in the tires, fairly long body, a wing, fairly extensive bumper that sticks out quite far as well. Some of the other extras that you get, looks like some kind of drawstring bag. I'm not really sure, maybe for spare parts. A couple of little tools, some body clips, T-wrench, screwdrivers, extra battery strap. That's kind of cool. I like that. Very basic USB-C or USB charger. Looks like it's 2 amps, so I'm not going to charge particularly fast, but that will work out of the box. Here is the radio. Yeah, very inexpensive feeling radio. Not really sure what all these dials do, and I couldn't figure it out from the manual either, but as far as I can figure out, this is steering trim. These two, I don't know, I would assume power and maybe, I don't know what the other one is, but throttle reversing and steering reversing, on-off switch, some LEDs, 2.4 gigahertz foam wheel, fairly small wheel, fairly stiff trigger, does definitely accommodate large fingers there. So yeah, basic radio. And a couple of like QR codes for your warranty and some information if you need some assistance. But yeah, let's take a look at the truck. I do like it's got little tethers for the body clips, so they will stay on. Some very light roof skids here. Body medium thickness. A little extra information. Please pull off the protective film. So it looks like there is a film on this body. I think it's actually Lexan. So PVC, Lexan, not totally sure. Somebody's hair or something in here. Yeah. Some roof skids. Okay. Decent body. I think it's PVC actually. Now come to look at. So here's the truck. Does come with a 3S battery pack. In my opinion, this is a 3S truck. I know JTRC actually tried this out on 4S. I don't think it's actually meant for 4S. Everything in the manual, everything on the box says the 11.1 volt batteries, so I don't think it's actually technically made for 3S. The motor is a 36 by 60 millimeter cam motor. It's 3100 kV, so that really is a standard 3S kV and size. So yeah, maybe it runs on 4S, but you certainly will run the risk of damaging your electronics. Dean's compatible connector. Kind of a funky looking radio or ESC with combo radio, looks like. So receiver, ESC all in one box, kind of unusual plugs there. So yeah, looks like you could actually hook up these 3.5 millimeter connectors, it looks like, to a different ESC if you want to swap that out. But you would have to change out the receiver. Battery tray looks a little small. Let's see if I've got kind of a standard battery. Yeah, it's not gonna fit, so that is interesting. So it does use kind of a small scale battery. It's not gonna fit a standard 2S, 3S, or that was a 4S, but really the size of a 3S. So yeah, mini battery tray, but extra battery strap. Here is the servo. Looks strange. It looks bigger than normal. I don't know, that's true. That's a weird looking servo. I'm not sure if that's a standard servo. Maybe it's just got encasement there, so that's what's going on. But yeah, kind of an unusual looking servo there. Maybe just extra wrapper around it. Fan on the motor. Looks like a center differential, I believe. Differentials front and rear feel basically empty. All aluminum shocks all the way around, so that's pretty nice. Even aluminum caps there. Looks like they ride on metal bushings or metal screws at least. LED here in the front. Wheelie bar there in the back. Very stiff plastics used throughout. The chassis is aluminum, so that's pretty nice. Looks like it's about 2.5, maybe 3 millimeters thick. Reasonably flexible arms. Does have 4 shocks with additional holes here. I'm not really sure what that's all about. Maybe you could mount sway bars or something as an option. Don't see sway bar mounts. Interesting. Suspension quite stiff. Stiff springs. Not much damping. I think the shocks, yeah, don't feel like they have much oil in them. So yeah, kind of bouncy there. But yeah, $250, A scale. Kind of a small A scale. Maybe the size of like a 9 scale, I would say, more than 8 scale. But does have adjustable shocks all the way around. Screws are Phillips head all the way around, so I don't see any hex. Even the bottom screws there are Phillips, so be aware of that. Definitely, you know, kind of budget looking. Some unusual design choices like this double front bumper impact zone, whatever. I mean, this bumper sticks out far, about 3 inches or so from the chassis. So that is super unusual, but I guess if you're smashing into trees or curves or something, this is going to help prevent the chassis from bending. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen this bumper be more like that. But yeah, anyways, that's just the design choice they went with. Wheelie bar looks like it's fixed. No adjustments there. The wing is held on by 4 screws, unusual. But yeah, there you go. Quick look at the Hosim X25. Now we got to go out and drive it. All right, we got a 3S pack installed, and we're gonna drive it for the first time. Just set the steering trim. That was pretty much it, and we'll see how it actually drives. I did tighten down the wheel nuts a little bit. They seemed a little loose, but yeah, we're gonna see how it performs. So this is with the stock 3S pack. Okay, little bit wandery. Is that a term? Very softish. Okay, that's full trigger there, 3S. I think JT measured it at 40 miles per hour on full trigger there on 3S. So it does have a fairly small battery, 2600 milliamp hour battery. Oh, nice little wheelies. This kind of terrain might actually be what it's meant for. A little bit just fairly smooth, but a little bit of bumps. It does tend to wander steering wise. Almost like this, yeah, servo saver or something is fairly soft. I don't know if it's got a servo saver, but the servo or something is not holding direction particularly well. Actually, in terms of traction on this is like almost like sand, honestly. Basically like sand. Face full of dust. Actually, it might be kind of a good location for this thing. Some mild jumps. I like it. Whoops. Steering is not that great. So it's got a 9 kilogram servo, which is what I would consider fairly soft, so or weak. Well, I'll say this. Suspension wise on this super soft sand, it's not that bad, because it's almost like the ground absorbs the impacts just as much as the shocks do. So not that bad. But yeah, the shocks have like almost no damping. So it's a little bit of a issue if you're jumping off like real jumps. Looks like we might have something here. Looks like we might have a little something here. This little backflip. I think we could clear this little shrubbery patch here and get a backflip in at the same time. Yeah, we got some potential here. Maybe a little too far. There we go. Backflip over the bushes. So the wheelbase is kind of nice because it keeps it more stable. The steering's a little erratic. I think partly due to the servo and the... Looks like we're down. Traction on this sandy stuff is actually pretty good. It does feel narrow though. It feels a little bit like a buggy. So size-wise, they call it A-scale, but width-wise, it's about the same as an A-scale buggy. But length-wise is a little bit shorter wheelbase. So this is, I guess, kind of 9 scale. Definitely more similar to like a 10 scale truck because it's 3S. It's you know, got more like 10 scale electronics, 10 scale chassis, 10 scale almost wheelbase. So yeah, well, they call it A scale, not really, but it is only 250 bucks. So what have you got to say? It's all metal drivetrain, metal outdrives, metal dog bones, metal chassis. Whoops, I don't know what I'm doing there. Metal turnbuckles, metal shocks. So you get a lot of like goodness with this truck. You know, 3 differentials. Chassis still looks pretty straight. That's good. Tires, they look like they look a lot like Traxxas Talon tires. On this surface, they work good. And you can see you got enough traction to traction all there. Speed wise, 42 on 3S, pretty respectable. Little LED light. In terms of downsides, it's a little bit of a weird truck. You know, it's got the integrated receiver and ESC. It's got kind of a funky servo. Shocks seem like they're kind of empty or need thicker fluid or something. Diffs seem kind of empty. But for the price, I think it's pretty decent overall. What else? Any other negatives? I mean, I don't know how part support is for this. Oh, brakes are a little soft, but not too bad. Any other negatives? Not really sure. Maybe part support might be a bit difficult. And then the price, 250 bucks, is fair. I mean, I think for what you get, the amount of metal and stuff, it's actually pretty good. But obviously you're not going to have as good part support or as big of a name brand. And size-wise, you know, not true A-scale, but compared to other 10-scale Truggies, not too bad. So anyways, there's a quick look at the X25 from Hosim. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe buttons. Look for more reviews soon. Thanks for watching.